I am currently building up relations with Bellow Zero, which roughly describes the state of the weather there, uh, to vassalize them. But all joking aside, I do have a claim on Novgorod, which I got for my mission, and I'm waiting to press that until I have them as a vassal so I can feed them. Um, if if their ruler died tomorrow, there would be a succession war between me and Odoyev. I think we would win that. Just a hunch. I think we would also try to fully annex Odoyev at that point. But we are also supporting the independence of Sweden, and we have been for a few years now, but they still have not gone to war with Denmark to do that. Ottomans embargo us. Genoa has canceled military access to somebody, probably me, or canceled the military access I gave them. I can make states. The state of Livonia would be pretty good, I think, because it contains Riga. Sure, let's do that. What do they want? Clergy wants territory. Goldingen's a pretty good option. Wenden is a pretty good option. Yeah, let's go with London. Only because they are a low development province with grain as their trade good. So I don't think the price of grain ever really goes up. Does that increase our trade power in? Not really noticeably. We've finished improving relations with Sweden. Cessation of church functions. Noble families were often granted blah blah blah. I think I've read this before. I can gain significant money. I think I'd rather gain the stability. Do I want to invest most of my papal influence so that I don't lose it? Families were often granted control over church. I'll read it anyway. Church lands and appointments were made in many states in exchange for cash contributions to the crown's efforts. The crown, of course, lost control over some revenues. This way, in exchange for a short-term boost in revenue. I can accept. You get yearly papal influence plus 0.5 for 20 years. I don't really want the nobility to hate me right now. But the stability would be nice. They can hate me. Let them hate. Do I want to invest the rest of that? Sure. I'll save 3. I shouldn't have even done it now that I look at it. Anyway, we will actually grant. We'll call a diet for them. Gain influence. Are they at? Do they have any negative influences right now? No. Let's do it. We have 2 estates that are extremely happy with this right now. But not for long. I'm going to increase my army maintenance to 4 right now, just to reinforce my armies. Rebels have crossed the border. I don't care. They're going back. Oh, nope, nope, they're sieging. Bastards. Those are all in. I'm going to wait on making any other states right now. Would it be faster to go through Lithuania? I'm not sure. Probably not. They'll probably occupy this before we get there. Estonian separatists have occupied Dorpat. We'll go take it back. Pomerania has embraced colonialism. Uh-oh. Okay, that scared me for a second. He's gained. Our leader has gained cannoneer. We've reoccupied Dorpat. Let's go back to Warsaw. No leader. Right, there's something else I wanted to do. Transfer trade power to me, please. They're now at 180. They will go up 10 more, which will give us exactly 190, and we can vassalize them. Too many cowards. Our increasing focus on offensive doctrine has made it harder to find brave peasants to fill the ranks. Ridiculous complaints about being cannon fodder are frequently spouted to our recruitment officers. The fools are missing out on glory. Lose manpower. Bohemia is the emperor again. Munster has religious civil disorder, same with Trier. That's fine. Pope has excommunicated Burgundy. Right? That's what that said. Yeah. Encroachment of the Slakta. It's hard to monitor everyone everywhere all the time, and the boundaries between individual land properties are often grounded in old traditions or documents written when the landscape may have looked quite different. For someone with the right resources, this can be exploited. A number of prominent Slakta families have used their considerable influence in Warsaw to get away with expanding their properties considerably. If we want to protect the property of the state, we must act soon. Let it slide. Lexica will come under the control of the Slakta, or we have to deal with rebels. I mean, it's not so bad if it does, honestly. Take it. I'll even increase the manpower by 1 to make it even with others. We have Orthodox zealots. How long until we've converted Podl? August of this year? Will we make it that long? I'm going to keep the army maintenance raised just in case, and I will actually even unmothball the fortress right now. We lost an army organizer. Alright. Go back to Warsaw. And we have 20 ships, finally. Even though I think our force limit is probably just a little bit bigger than that. 22. That's cool. I'm not going to get any more ships right now. We're done improving relations with Below Zero. I probably should have kept him there before, while I offered vassalization. Let's send the improved relations guy again. Dumb. It's gonna work. Of course that happened. Let's go. Go get him. Offer vassalization. It's good. Denmark no longer considers us a rival. We'll probably lose the... Denmark is no longer a valid rival for me. Let's revoke our embargo. We'll still continue to support the independence of Sweden. We can rival Bohemia or rival Burgundy. Who has rivaled Burgundy? England, Austria, Mamluks, France, and Papal State. I will rival Burgundy, I guess, because I don't want to rival Bohemia right now. We'll issue an embargo, even though it won't have much of an effect. Is there anything else I wanted to do? Below Zero, being vassal, royal marriage, Sweden supporting independence. Let's set one of our diplomats back to improving relations with our allies again. And now that Below Zero is our vassal, Novgorod is going to go to war with us. They just haven't realized it yet. We can take attack. Level 10 admin. I will do that. We're pretty far ahead on admin now. And I think I've said it before, we're taking exploration because expansion won't give us a second colonist. And we want to colonize Siberia in the mid to late game. If I were Muscovy, I would absolutely 100% take expansion. Also, expansion quantity doesn't give the bonus colonist anymore, which sucks. Oh yeah, it's level. I took level 10, which means I can form the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, but I'm not going to right now because if I do that, Lithuania's massive number of Orthodox provinces would contribute greatly to religious disunity in my country, so I'm going to hold off on passing that until I have completed exploration ideas, which that's probably going to be a while because I'd like to catch up on my Diplotech as well. and on my military tech. Our king is 72 and our heir is 67. How have these guys lived this long? I really want the heir to die. Let's see. Who would I rather have? I wouldn't mind the Austrian guy, even though his Diplo sucks. The von Hohenzollerns of Brandenburg would be pretty good right now. Magdeburg's would be the best, except he's 49. Who's the youngest one? 35-year-old from Belo Zero. 37 from where was it? From Serbia. I don't want him because he pretty much sucks. Yeah, I wish I would. If I had any of heir on this list, if I had my pick, it would be the von Hohenzollern guy. But I don't think we'll be able to get him. I can also pass the Declaration of Indulgence Act and or the Convectical Act. For the suspend all penal laws for members of other religions that then the established church and grant them the freedom of public worship and rights of advancements to military and civil offices. Or pass the Convectical Act, which gives me negative tolerance of heretics, but +1 missionary strength. I don't know. I chose not to go with the Blasphemy Act just because... You know what? I'm going to turn all of these off right now, and then I will ultimately decide after... Because I think I do want to convert to the Reformed faith, because that will really maximize my tolerance of heretics. So I'm going to hold off on all of those. I need to remind myself that I'm turning the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth button off, so I'm not reminded about it constantly. But I can do that whenever I want. I just don't want to right now, because that is a lot of orthodoxy. Hey, there's some Catholic in there too, but not enough to make a difference. We are moving up to Livlandia to declare a war on Novgorod. I'll take this opportunity to improve relations with Sweden a little bit more, even though they're mostly maxed out. So it'll be a couple months before we max it out. 99, and then I'll send that guy to the Pope and do the same. Not SEGAM. Castile accepted peace with their former enemies Morocco on the following terms. Castile will cede Granada, Seville, Gibraltar, the Canaries, and Cadiz to Morocco. Castile will be forced... Wow, Castile is being picked apart. That's crazy. What are Morocco's ideas like? Admin and offensive. What are Castile's ideas like? Those are going to go to waste, probably. Establish a trading post in Angola. Okay, I'm guessing that just means they need to colonize Angola, but still, Castile is not going to be a major power in this game. I think I already knew that, but they just lost to Morocco. Sweden's done. Send the diplomat to the Pope. What's going on with that? We've got unrest in Riga. I will turn on that fort. I forgot to turn the fort in Podalay off. I'll turn on the one in Bessarabia too. I turned off the ones bordering the Ottomans. That was not smart. If they had declared war on me and I saw that, I would have been really mad at myself. Let's move our galleys out to hopefully blockade Novgorod's provinces. Hey, we can blockade things now. We've converted something. I think I'm going to hold off on conversion for a while because I say that, but we've only got a... No, that's a long time before we actually end up converting any of those. I need to declare this war, I think. Who's Novgorod allied with? Adoyev, and they're also at war with the Great Horde who's against Adoyev. Oh, I sent my diplomat to Austria. Why did I do that? It's supposed to be to the Papal State. Every once in a while I make mistakes. Let's declare a war. Nobody would come in on this. Oh, Belarus and Lithuania would. Who's Adoyev allied to? Just Novgorod. Let's make them a co-belligerent. And I want to take Reval. Okay. So, how much money are we making? Let's just activate all of our forts. And Reval will take 6,000 to siege it down. So I will send 7, I think, 7 total with cannon. And I'm not going to send the general there. I'll send him to Narva. Adoyev have answered it. My general just died. Bastard. Do I want to do it? Go for it. It's pretty good. Not amazing, but passable. Let's put him in charge of the front army. What's Lithuania gonna do? And I will have Belarus attached to something. Hopefully they'll go hang out with Lithuania. You know what? No, come and hang out with me. Lithuania be aggressive though. Or siege. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it does, but I'm not going to be too picky. And still got in the 90s there, so we'll go and blockade real quick. Well, we're blocking 80% of their ports. We've occupied Narva. Oh, I have to go all the way in there. Sure. Let's go there. Let's go there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, bad idea. Bad idea. Splitting up my army is way too much. 27 supply limit here. We'll let Lithuania deal with their armies while we siege down Reval. The Reformation branches out in Brabant. The Protestant Reformation is spreading like wildfire across Europe. Several different movements have already formed, proposing alternative ways of reforming the Christian faith. A devout preacher in Brabant has become the principal figure for the so-called Reformed school of thought, stressing the complete ruin of humanity's ethical nature. Only the divine intervention of God can Only with the divine intervention of God can humanity find salvation, turning from rebellion to willing obedience. Reformed is now enabled. The religion in Brabant changes to Reformed. Oh, all is okay. England is still Catholic, and they are still England, right? They're a few levels off of Admin Tech 10 before they can form into Great Britain. Wonder what else is going to turn into Reformed. Probably Switzerland, but I can't be sure of that. We now have 100% blockade of Novgorod's ports, I think. No, Novgorod has land up in the White Sea, too. And offensive ideas are done. And now that that's all done, we are going to finish the siege in Reval before we move on to anything else. Where's Lithuania? What's Lithuania doing? They're crazy. I guess they're... How big is the Lithuanian army? $18,000? Alright. You know, that's okay. Let's see if we can finish off the siege in Reval this month. We did. Okay. I'm going to move into Novgorod, I think. I'm not sure. Not sure how this is going to work. Or how I want this to work. I think tell friendlies to attach to this one instead. I will have the cannon go in as well to Novgorod. And we will tell some of the infantry to stay in Ingermanland. Wait, which one is Odoyev attacking or attaching to? We might be losing out on a lot of okay. Let's unite this one. Friendlies will not attach. Now go away. Good. Alright, these guys have to stay there, I guess. Trying to think. Would it be better to maybe go wait behind the... There's not going to be an easy way to get into Novgorod, is there? We'll go wait and calm. We'll at least see them coming, if nothing else. Please attach. Or do something. Our trader has died. Oh, it was a different trader apparently. That's fine. Alright. And now that I've got stuff set up for the most part, I think I am going to end this episode. And what's going on up here? Huh! The Great Horde has occupied a province up here. That's pretty funny. Muscovy is at war with who? No guy. We're supporting the independence of Georgia and Theodora. Crimea is still... They're allied with Uzbek, and they're the ones with the vassals. Okay. But yeah, I do need to end this episode.